you have any late attendees, y'all know how it is here in the South. We've got just kind of go on our own way.
No need to print that template. Sorry, didn't mean to
You're fine.
step on your toes, Shauna.
Especially with the weather that seems to be circling around us. It's always a good thing.
I already made my template with just a blank piece of paper. So you don't necessarily need it, but it does help to look at it so you can kind of see what you're doing.
All right, so we will get started. Welcome this evening to our webinar on how to make a comic book with Nathan Archer. We're so grateful, Nathan, that you're attending. So just before we begin, I want to mention that if you guys have questions, you can pop them in the Q&A or the chat box, and we will read them aloud to Nathan as they come in, as long as he's not in the middle of an explanation. So we'll do it as is. So Nathan Archer, in case y'all don't know, he is a cartoonist, illustrator, graphic designer. He lives in Tallahassee, Florida here, so he's a local. Since 2016, he has produced editorial cartoons and video content for the Tallahassee Democrat. Before joining the Democrat, he published and contributed to Lydia Feeds the Pigeons, Tallahassee's local comic anthology. Nathan received his BFA in painting from Virginia Commonwealth University in 2000 and his MA in Arts Administration from FSU in 2006. Nathan promotes his cartooning regularly each year at comic conventions around the country. And you can explore his work at nathanarcher.com. And I'm going to pop that link in for you all if you are interested in visiting that. All right, so Nathan, whenever you're ready, you can take it away.
You got it. Thank you so much for that awesome introduction, Shauna. I appreciate it. And I am so thrilled to be kicking off CosmicCon this year. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for the invite to come and hang out with you and make some comics with you. I am so excited. So yes, so I'm a cartoonist for the Tallahassee Democrat, and I do my editorials, which normally appear in one of the weekend editions. And then I also have a character called Ella, a duck, right here. This is Ella. So yeah, she appears in the Limelight section every single Friday. And this is her on-screen debut. Ella right here. She wants to say hi. And actually, I've been practicing my ventriloquism, so let me give this a shot. Right here, this is Ella. Yeah. So yeah, she appears in the Limelight section. Okay. How you doing, Ella? I'm pretty good. Good. Okay. Was that convincing? No? Okay.
Definitely. We do have a question for you. What books did you help with?
What books did I help with?
I'm assuming they're referring to Lydia Feeds the Pigeons.
Oh yeah, Lydia Feeds the Pigeons. So that was an anthology comic that I started in Tallahassee. I used to teach at the Oglesby Union Arts Center, which is on Florida State's campus, and I taught a comics class there. And we just gathered up all the comics that we produced in the class, and we started publishing an anthology based on it. So we did 4 issues, and each one had about 4 different stories. Each story was about 8 pages. So it was like a traditional comic book, but just full of short stories. So yeah, that's what that is. All right, what's next on my list? Okay, so we're gonna make some comics tonight. So if you picked up an adventure packet from the library, it should have had 2 things in it. We'll have this template sheet, okay? And then also an instruction sheet. So, and if you don't have this, that's quite all right. I put a link to it in the chat so you can find it there. You can print it off. You don't really need either of these things tonight. We're gonna go over everything you need to do. But okay, so let's take a look. Actually, let's look at what other materials we need tonight, okay? So, real high tech here, okay? This is a pencil. You're gonna need one of those, okay? And then you will also need a marker, a Sharpie. You can use a ballpoint pen. You can use anything. You can use crayons. You can use whatever. I typically do a Sharpie, and then I have another littler pen here. This is for fine lines, okay? And then I have an eraser. You never know when you're going to make a mistake. I have a pencil sharpener to keep it nice and sharp. you're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need a stapler. Okay, so that's everything we need. Boom, right there. That's what you need. Okay, so let me show you what the final product's going to look like. Okay, because you're probably looking at your sheet of paper and being like, how is this going to turn into a comic? This is so weird. All right, so if you notice, I'm going to hold it up nice and close. All right, so at the bottom of this sheet, it says front cover right there. And then that's back cover. And then this says 6. This says 5. And then if you back up and I flip the sheet over, that's where I have the other numbers. So I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So you got to keep that in mind when you're drawing out your comic. It's not in complete sequential order. It's a little out of order, but when you fold it, it'll be in the right order. So how do you fold this thing? Okay. So all you got to do is you got to get fold lines around all of the squares. So let's just start, fold it in half. I think this one's what my preschool teacher friends call the hamburger fold because it looks like a hamburger. And then we're going to do that one more time. And it is very important. You want to get these lined up perfectly. You want that to look right on the dot there. The better you fold it, the better your comic will turn out, okay? So keep that in mind. Okay, so I haven't folded that much. Let's open it back up. Now fold it the other direction, the hot dog fold. So we're gonna fold it that way. Line it up nice and tight. Perfection, all right. Okay, sweet. So I have my template and I got all my folds now. All right, so now what I do is I fold it like that, okay, the hamburger fold again, and I am gonna cut from the fold line up here down to right there, okay? So let's do that. Cut, 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 cut. All right, boom. All right, so now this is where the magic happens. This is so much fun. Okay, so open it back up, and now hot dog fold. And now turn it and push it together. What? Pages just emerged from nothing. It's so amazing. Okay, so now what I do is I find the front cover and the back cover because they're on one side now. And that's the front. So then you can fold it. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. Got my front cover, got my back cover. And just to hold everything in place, I open it back up to the middle. All right. And then I love this stapler. This stapler is the exact length that I need to go right to the middle. So I do 2 staples, maybe not exact, but you know, whatever. We'll make it work. All right, 1, 2. All right. And boom. So we have a comic with a front cover and 6 interior pages and a back cover. How cool is that? All right. So you're like, great. I know how to make one, but like, what do I put in it? Nobody likes staring at a blank canvas, right? You know, gotta have an idea. And I got a trick for that too. I'm all about tricks. All right. So who out there has heard of the story arc? Boom. That's what this is. And this is what we're going to use to create our story. All right. So all you need, it's made up of 6 parts. And guess what? Just like our comic has 6 pages. So keep that in mind. All right. So we have an introduction. All right. And that all you got to do is just introduce a character or a couple characters. Doesn't matter. The next thing is an inciting incident. So an inciting incident is just when something happens in your story that shifts the plot. All right. So if your story is in a bank and a bank robber comes in, that's an inciting incident. Okay. So then the action rises and you just do a page or 2 about that. And then the action builds to a climax when it's like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? All right. And then you have some falling action and your story lands on the resolution. That's when it all wraps up in a nice tiny bow, you know? All right. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to use. And you can see here, let's just mark this up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to put 1 on introduction and 2 on inciting incident. I'm going to put a 3 on the rising action, a 4 on the climax, 5 on falling action, and 6 on the resolution. All right. And now all we have to do is do that on each page. And we're going to make this really easy. This does not have to be hard work. So, okay, I am going to start on a non-folded sheet. I think it's better to do your comic on a flat surface so that it's a little bit harder to draw on the one that's already done. So I think it's better to unfold it and start like that. Now my template has the numbers on it, so I know which panels go where. So, all right. Now a lot of people are going to want to start with the cover, and you can do that. That's great. Covers are cool. You know, you're not supposed to judge books by them, but you know, everybody does. But I like to wait and do my cover at the end because you never know where your story's going to go, and you could do something really cool, and maybe you want to put that on the cover. You know. So let's wait. Let's not do the cover just yet. Let's start off right in the story. And okay, so we need a story. We need a character. What's a good character? I like animals, obviously. You know, so I think I'll stay in that realm. I think let's just go simple. Let's do a dog. Let's do a dog. So I got to introduce this dog on the first panel here. So hopefully everybody can see my drawing. It might be upside down, but that's all right. So, all right, let's do a dog, and I'm gonna have him sleeping, and this is gonna be a really bad drawing. This is gonna be like the most basic dog I've ever drawn. Just a couple ovals, maybe, you know, his ear, and he's sleeping. He's sleeping, his eyes are shut, and oh, let's put him in a doghouse. All right, so I'll draw a doghouse around him real fast. And all right, this doesn't have to be pretty. I'm just doing my pencils right now. This is not the final artwork, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't look that great, okay? So there's a dog, and he's sleeping in a doghouse, and ooh, this is great. I'm supposed to introduce my character. So we need to give him a name, and I can put his name on his doghouse. And that way, you know, people can find out his name, but they don't have to say it out loud. So let's give him another paw, and his name is, let's just call him Rex. So Rex is in his doghouse right here. Maybe Rex has a water bowl. Okay, let's put a water bowl there, and maybe he's next to a tree. Let's add a tree there. Okay, and I'm just gonna do big panels, just one big panel on every page. You can do as many panels as you want. But, all right, so this is a really bad drawing, but there's Rex in his doghouse. Okay, so we introduced a character. Now, what is going to come into Rex's environment and shake things up? I know. Let's do a cat. Let's do a cat that runs by and maybe knocks over his water dish. Okay, so again, oval body, circle head, stick legs. I'm not going after artist of the year here. Let's just give him a tail. Cats need triangle ears, right? Okay, and he's running super fast, so I'm doing lines behind him. And oh, he's knocking over the bowl. So let's draw that bowl again. And this time it's a little tipped over and maybe some water splashing out of it. And let's do Rex in the background. So let's add his house first, just the way it was before, because that's not going to change. But Rex is going to change. This is a rude awakening for poor old Rex here. So he is just like, what? He does like one of those Scooby-Doo, like, what? So big eyes, and his ears go up. And he just kind of perks up and comes alive. He's like, what? So let's put his name back on the house. Let's add that tree in the background again. You don't want to forget about all the stuff that you draw in your comic. You got to go back and make sure all the panels look the same so that people know that the story continues from one to another. All right, let's give a little face on this cat. Okay, this is not my best cartooning work, people, but you know, we're on the fly here. All right, so the cat has disrupted poor old Rex. So we're gonna move on to panel 3. What was panel 3? Let's go back and check out where we are. So we introduced Rex in the first panel, and in the second one, the cat ran by, and that is our inciting incident. So we have to have a little bit of rising action. So a chase ensues. Because isn't that what happens when, you know, a cat upsets a dog? So let's draw the cat back here and give him a tail so we know he's a cat. And he's running, and Rex is in pursuit. And Rex is running so fast, his ears are flying behind him at super speed. And he's got a little menacing look on his face because he's mad. He's gonna get that cat for ruining his nap, right? Man, I should take art lessons, you know? All right. So yeah, let's see. So they're running around, they're chasing, they're in a backyard. So let's put maybe a corner of the house over here. Put a window on the house so that we know it's the side of a house. Maybe add another tree in the background. I like those trees in the background. We live in Tallahassee. You gotta have trees everywhere, right? Okay, so again, this isn't anything crazy. It's just a dog chasing a cat. Poorly drawn dog chasing an equally poorly drawn cat. All right, and let's add some words. I'm not adding any words. If I don't add words to it, that makes it a pantomime comic, but we're not doing a pantomime comic. That means silent comic. I want some words. So let's do rough, rough. We're not going to use human words. We're going to use dog and cat words. So there. I just add a little bubble. Rough, rough. All right. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're fine. We're fine. We're almost halfway done penciling this bad boy. Let's keep going. Okay. So what are we on? We have had some rising action with the chase scene, and now we are at the climax. Oh my Lord, what is gonna happen? Okay, I think that Rex is gonna corner this poor cat. All right, so this cat is backed into a corner. Does that look like a scared cat? And he's all, ah! Maybe like, oh, we put him beside some trash cans. That's good. Good little setting for a cat to hang out by some trash cans. I don't think my brother is gonna like that. He owns cats. All right. We got some trash cans back there. Oh, and I didn't leave room for the dog. I gotta add the dog back in. So let's take out some of this trash can. I told you that eraser would come in handy, didn't I? All right. So let's do Rex, really big in a corner. He's got his sights set on this poor cat. Oh, and he's showing his fangs. He is ready to tear into this cat. All right, so, and let's put, he will be saying grrr. He is growling. How many R's do I want to add? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go with 12. 12 R's, just because. Okay. So there's Rex has cornered the poor cat by the trash cans. It's not looking very good for this cat. I hate to break it to you. All right, let's see. Let's find out what else. All right, falling action. So we're on the falling action now. All right. I don't really feel like doing a murder scene tonight. So we're gonna make it a little bit more friendly. Let's throw the reader a surprise here at the end. And all right, let's put our cat looking scared. All right, so there's our cat standing tall next to the garbage cans. But then, maybe the cat has a little kitten. The cat had a kitten hiding behind the trash cans the entire time. So, all right, let's put those trash cans back in there. And, oh, what did I forget to do again? Forgot to add that dog. Let's put him back in there. All right. So, and this time, he's confused. He's like, what? You're a mom cat? You have a baby? Oh, I feel bad now. And the little baby cat says, meow, really tiny, because he's just a little kitten. All right, this looks really bad. We're gonna clean it up though. But so there's a little baby cat popped out of the trash cans. The cat was just trying to get back home to his kitten. That's all. All right, what do we have? One more spot to fill, and that's gonna be the resolution. So, and what is a resolution? I like to think of it as a nice, pretty bow that you put on your comic. So what would be a nice way to end this? Let's have Rex. He's feeling sorry. He looks a little bit sad. And the little kitten goes up to him and gives him a little kiss. And how about Mama Cat looks on? She's happy.
Oh, we've got a great question.
Oh, we got questions. All right.
Please, where can we get your awesome tea?
Oh, my awesome tea. Well, I did this as a fundraiser for Leon County Schools back when the pandemic started. So it was a short-term thing, but I'll be doing another one soon enough. So yeah, check out my Facebook, and you can follow me at just Nathan Archer on Facebook, or check out Ella's page on Facebook, and I'll be posting about it there whenever I do another show. But thanks for asking. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty sweet. The little kitten gives the dog a kiss. So that's a pretty good story, right? All right, let's recap it. Panel 1, sleeping dog. We introduced him. His name is Rex. Panel 2, an inciting incident. A cat runs by and knocks over his water bowl, wakes Rex up. Just makes him so angry that he has to start chasing this poor cat. He corners the cat behind the house by some trash cans. Let's see, where do we go from here? Oh, but then it turns out there was a little kitten hiding behind the trash cans, and Mama Cat was just trying to get back to her. So Rex is very forgiving. He's not going to hurt anybody, and little kitten gives him a kiss. So, all right, see how easy that was? I'm not writing War and Peace here, people. This is just some silly cat dog stuff, right? All right, so I've penciled it. What is the next step? The next step, we're going to ink this. Ink it up. All right. So let me tilt this down a little bit so everybody can see. Let's go back to just page 1, panel 1, and start inking this. What I like to do, I like to do my bold lines in a Sharpie. All right, so let's just do some nice bold lines, just the outlines of things. I'm gonna outline this doghouse here. All right, And like, this is the empty part of the doghouse. I'm gonna fill that in with black. Make it nice and dramatic. All right, I'll give Rex black ears. So he has one black ear. And now I'm gonna try and make Rex look a little bit better here, because you know, he's looking pretty bad in my pencil sketch. Okay, I got Rex. Let's ink this water bowl. Okay. All right. So now we have a really nice black thick line around everything. That is great. I'm loving that. Let's go back in and add just a little bit of detail. Before we do that, so I can see this, let's erase. Make sure that's dry. Let's erase all the pencil lines. And this is kind of good. This shows me what I did not trace, what I forgot to trace in the black Sharpie, but that's okay. All right. Okay. So now just my bold lines. Now I'm going to go back in with my fine point pen. I don't know, what is this? It's a Prismacolor. All right. And I'll add like his eyes are shut. I'll add his name back onto the doghouse. I will add some leaves in the tree. And they're just used. Leaves are just used. At least they are for me. And then I add some tree lines. Give that tree some texture. And maybe let's shade his bowl a little bit, like that, so it looks like it's hollow. Maybe some blades of grass. Fill up that space. Fill up the space with stuff. That's what you want to do. Okay, that looks better. That looks a little bit better, you know. All right. Shall we move on to panel 2? Let's do it. All right, so this is pretty easy. I'm just gonna copy what I did on the other one for this tree here. Let's do the tree again. Okay, and we'll do the house again. That looks the exact same. Right, let's do Rex's outline. So he has black ears, so I'm just gonna fill in those ears black. All right. Oh, he needs a nose, big old dog nose. Let's redo his bowl here. Is anybody doing a comic right now? Is anybody doing this with me? Or are y'all just watching? I would love to see what everybody's making out there, so.
We've got Poppy is working on it. Christina is trying to keep up. Brenda is watching. I'm sure she'll probably do that in her own time.
Awesome.
We've got, I don't want to mess up your pronunciation. Mashiko is working on an illustration, but is listening.
Awesome. And
Yoda Likes Tacos is making a Yoda comic. How appropriate. Jane's watching.
Now, Yoda loves tacos. Ella loves tacos too. So you're in good company, sir. Or ma'am, whoever Yoda is. All right. Okay, so what do I got here? Did I get everything? I got all my thick lines in, I think. So let's go back with Mr. Eraser. Erase those pencils. I don't need to see those pencil lines anymore. We are done with those. But this is great. This shows me what I missed. So I can just add all that stuff back in with my thin pen. All right, Rex. And let's see, some grass. And we got to add those motion lines on the cat. The cat's running really fast. And maybe some wobble lines on the water dish here. Water spilling out. Oh, tree lines. Forgot those tree lines. Can't ever forget the tree lines. And those beautiful yew leaves. Perfect. Oh, I have never seen a more beautiful comic in my life. All right. Oh, let's get rid of this cat's pencil lines in there. Let's get rid of that. Oh, and Rex needs like a surprised lines, you know, just like those lines that are like, what? Yeah. How does that look? All right. The cat ran by Rex. Woke him up. All right. Moving on. Panel 3. Look at that. We're already on panel 3. This is great. I'm going to add this house. So,
As you work, Nathan, we've got a question from Rochelle Scott. Funny question. Who is your favorite author?
oh, my favorite author? Oh, man. I love David Sedaris. He is just a hoot. He's the best. I think I'm going to have to go with him. But that's not a comic book. Is that the context that this question was being asked? Which is my favorite comic book writer? Or my favorite comic strip is Dustin, which is done by Jeff Parker, who also lives in Tallahassee, and that is a nationally syndicated strip. And Jeff is just the best guy, and I love his comic. So I'd give him a plug. Oh, we need to add the dog. Oh, and this dog body, I messed that up, but we can fix it. We can fix it when we're inking it. That's the great thing. His ears were blowing back in the wind because he was running so fast. I gave him a little growl. All right, let's erase. See what we got to work with here. What other questions do you have people have for me?
We have a somewhat off-topic question, but do you have a favorite band?
Oh, a favorite band. Oh my Lord, I am I know nothing of local, or not local music, pop music. I don't know that much about that, but what have I been listening to? I've been listening to some pretty horrendous stuff during the pandemic. A lot of Steve Winwood, people. I'm sorry to break it to you, but not very cool music listenings coming out of the Archer household. All right, let's add the face on the dog. Really mean. Oh, and I forgot his nose. I keep forgetting poor Rex's nose. That we need to add some lines like they're moving. They'll move so fast. They're like the Flash. Tree lines. Yew leaves. All right. Let's do, oh, rough. Got it. Got a letter. Don't forget the letter while we do this. All right. And I see some pencil marks in here. Those are going to drive me crazy. I got to get rid of those.
We have a question from Jane. How did you get started drawing comics? Tips for kiddos who enjoy art but don't have artistic parents.
Oh, that's all right. I think my mom is watching. I think she'd be mortified if I said she wasn't very artistic. She's very artistic. She's great. But that's okay. You just give them paper and a pencil. Like if the kid likes to draw, that's all you got to do. Just give them some tools for them to go crazy and just let them play around. But encourage them as much as you can. Tell them how awesome their drawings are. You know, kids stop drawing when somebody says, oh, well, that doesn't look right. And they get discouraged. They don't want to draw anymore. Why would you do that to a kid? So just tell them how awesome they are. They'll be just fine. All right.
Do you have a favorite comic book series? Sorry, book series, just regular books.
Just a regular book series? No, but I have been reading a friend of mine in Tallahassee. Here, I'm going to go grab it real fast. Plug in my good friend David here. He does this fantasy series that I started reading, and it's really good so far. And he's a local guy. It's good stuff.
What's his last name?
Ekrut. E-K-R-U-T.
See.
Yes. Kind of some magic fantasy stuff. It's very cool. So yes, that's what I just picked up. All right. Oh, let's go Scaredy Cat.
What's your favorite art supply store?
Oh, unfortunately, well, I heard one opened up in Railroad Square, so I need to go check that out. But I don't really do a whole lot of traditional media anymore. I do all my cartooning on an iPad, actually. So I use an iPad and the Apple Pencil, and I use a software program called Clip Studio Pro. And yeah, that's how I do all my comics these days. But yes, I do. Oh.
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Oh Lord. Can I be like the little old El Paso girl and be like, why not do both? Like yeah, I don't currently have any pets. Ella keeps my nights pretty busy these days. So no pets as of now, but you never know.
What is your favorite thing to draw?
My favorite thing to draw. This is silly. And if there's any coworkers watching, don't judge me. But I draw, I love drawing like soda bottles during meetings. Like, I don't know why. I really enjoy that.
Having been in your meetings, you are always on point. So never gets in the way.
Okay. That's
With Katie says, hi, I'm new to your art and thought this webinar would be fun, and it is. But what influences do you reference when it pertains to your art style?
Oh, what inspires me in my art? Like, what am I looking at?
Possibly what influences do you reference? Yeah, that sounds like a what inspires you type question.
Yes. Yes. Going back to my good buddy, Jeff Parker, I go and look at his stuff all the time. He's just so good and I love his style. So I try not to ape it, but I just try and just look to him as a kind of my inspiration. Look at that. I forgot his nose again. Am I ever going to remember this poor dog's nose? The nose.
We have who or what do you consider the biggest influences on your comics art in general?
Man. Like when I was a kid, my favorite strip was Garfield, and I think there's a lot of Garfield in Ella. Calvin and Hobbes was a huge one growing up. Far Side is actually probably one of my favorite comics of all time. Like, I love that strip so much. And I always loved, like, Gary Larson. He definitely had a very unique style. It wasn't like the most polished drawing that I'd ever seen, but it was so good. He's such a great artist. I'm going to letter the grr in with the thick pen because I want to get across that he is having no patience with this cat. All right.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Oh, I do not have a YouTube channel. Should I get one? I don't know. I don't know what I would do on it. All right. So how are we doing? Oh, we only have like 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I'm not going to ink these two last panels. But we're going to start coloring. We're going to do a little bit of coloring.
Our patrons think that you should have a YouTube channel.
I should.
And Chase asks, in Clip Studio Pro, there are several comic dimension templates, such A5, A4, etc. Which of those templates, if any, do you prefer?
I don't. Everybody has like a different size, and it's so hard to get people to pin down like what size you produce your comics at. For comic books, it's a little bit easier because you can just measure a comic book page and set up a template like that. But for comic strips, they do come in a variety of sizes, but so it's more about the aspect ratio and getting that right. But I could find out how big one of my strips is real fast right here. Here, let me, we're gonna do a little aside. And, oh, screen sharing has failed. Oh, I can't share my screen, but that's okay. Let me just quickly see how big one of my Ellas is.
Oh, we've changed it, so you should be able to screen share now.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so here is one of my Ella comics. This one's from last Friday. And this is the one that has the title on it. So typically, all right, so the width is 6.4 and the height, typically it's 167 without the title. And then I do it at 300 resolution. So yeah, yeah, like, boom. Actually, did that change the settings? I don't know. But yeah, I can throw that screen cap up in the chat for everybody. Okay, let's get back to coloring.
Thanks so much. We do have Jane asks, I'm sorry, that was an old one. Rochelle says you should do drawing tutorials if you do get a YouTube channel.
Nice. Have you seen this drawing that I'm doing? It's not very good, Jane.
I think we beg to differ. Aaron Seiler does ask, what's your best comic? Ooh.
That's a dangerous question. I don't. They're all horrible as far as I'm concerned. If you're any kind of an artist, you probably hate your own work. So it's very hard for me to say that any of my stuff is good. So I don't know. There's one that I print out and I have on hand whenever I go to conventions and stuff to give out, and that's a Trump one, but it plays to both audiences, so I kind of enjoy that one. Green for the trees. Color. So you can use anything you want to color. Of course, you can use markers, you can use crayons. I'm using a colored pencil. Let's see, what color? I want Rex to be a silly color. I'm gonna make him yellow, which is funny. Actually looks pretty good on old Rex there. So if he's yellow, what color should our cat be? I like to think about color while I'm drawing too, and how all the different colors play off one another. Like if one character's yellow, then, and you have a contrasting character, which we do have here, we have a cat and a dog, why don't we use a contrasting color for the cat? So if the dog's yellow, the contrasting color will be purple. So I'm gonna make the cat, I'm gonna color very lightly because this is a kind of a dark color pencil, but if I just press lightly, that'll be all right. So yeah, let's go ahead and color in this cat on every panel while I got this pencil out. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and let's see, we need some more little green grass down the bottom. Color in that. When you color, try and color your entire panel. Don't leave anything out. Color all the way up to the sky. All right, more green down here. So I hope everybody is excited for all the other CosmicCon events going on this week. There is some really cool stuff going on.
Yeah, definitely. At the end, before y'all leave, we'll be sharing some of the info for our upcoming events, and we'll pop a link in the chat so you can, what is CosmicCon? Oh my goodness. Sally, do you wanna take over, or do you want me to chat about CosmicCon?
Hey, I can chat.
Yeah.
So my name is Sally and I'm with the library, and CosmicCon is, we did our first one last year and it was an all-day event. Nathan came to that too. It was so wonderful and we're so glad to have him back.
It was so much fun.
It was so great. We had a cosplay competition and we made slime, and Nathan taught us how to make graphic novels, and we made mini lightsabers, and local organizations came out, and it was a really amazing day celebrating fandoms and graphic novels and how powerful graphic novels are, especially for like non-readers or people that are struggling to read. Was part of our initiative in starting this program. So we were sad that we couldn't do it in person this year, but we're happy to have CosmicCon virtual. And this year we're gonna have a bunch of virtual events all week, which we'll tell you guys about at the end. So that's kind of what CosmicCon is.
Yeah, thanks, Sally. It's essentially a celebration of all things fandom. Comic books, movies, TV shows, kind of all the different fandoms, just sharing the love of kind of all things that anyone can love. We've got something for you. And like Sally mentioned, this year is virtual. And so since it's virtual, we wanted to kind of spread out our events throughout the whole week. And Nathan, being the fabulous artist he is, we thought we would kick off our event with him.
Ooh, it's quite the honor. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I got 4 panels, pretty colored there, All right, but we have to do the cover. The cover. We only have 10 minutes. We can do this, right? Let's so we need a title. Let's just go with the kind of obvious. This is about a chase. Let's call it The Great Chase. So I'm going to do some bubble letters first on my cover. Let's do a little tiny the. I guess these are block, not bubble. So the great, I'm going to do great, nice and big, take up the entire width of the panel. Sometimes I go so fast that I don't spell it right, but I think I spelled great right. Okay. And chase, I'll do chase just as big. Same number of letters, right? So should line up pretty good. All right, The Great Chase. And yeah, let's do the kitty cat's back legs and tail. And we'll do Rex. Chasing after him. Not going to forget his nose this time. All right. Simple, effective cover. All right. But the fun part about doing a cover is you get to do all that fun trade dress stuff around it. And if you never heard of trade dress, that's like the little Marvel logo that goes in the top and maybe the price tag on it. So I'm going to charge, let's do $1,000 for this comic. I think that's a fair price. And I'm going to give myself a little logo. I'm going to make it look like the DC logo because I'm a DC boy. I like Supes and Batman and Wonder Woman. So there, little NA up in the corner, like the DC bullet.
Oh, that looks great.
I know. Yeah, doesn't it just looks amazing? Let's ink this up. My inking skills are losing a little magic here. Oh, I think I will outline them bold, but I'm going to outline all the words with the thinner pen. So yeah, if you do a comic, I would love to see it. Send me a picture of it on Facebook or share it with the library folks. Because I just love seeing other people's comics. I absolutely adore it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was going to mention that at the end. Yeah. So if when you finish your comic or you've got a great pic of it, send us a pic and or add us at Leon County Library, and we may feature your comic on our Facebook page.
Woo-hoo! I'd be happy to share it on my Facebook page too if anybody does it. So, all right. Let's just ink this little guy in a little bit. And my $1,000 price tag. Okay. All right. Blow that off. Get my trusty eraser here. If you take your time, it looks really good when you erase all the pencil lines away and you're left with the ink. I love that. I love how nice and crisp it looks when you're all done. And let's quickly color. Color. Let's just do blue for the title. Do we have any other questions while we're wrapping up this comic? No questions. I'm doing such an amazing job that everybody's just.
We have a patron just asked if you will be sharing this comic.
Oh man. I don't know if I want to share this. I'll take a picture of it and share it. Why not? Got to put yourself out there when you're a comics creator. Good or bad, you got to share your work with the world.
I mean, we would love to feature it on our Facebook page, a screenshot of that.
You absolutely can. Why not? It's yellow, weird looking. Oh, what did I do? I forgot his nose. Why do I keep forgetting his nose? Here, I'm gonna make it super big. It stands out. Trying to make amends with poor Rex because I keep forgetting his nose. So the cat legs, and let's add just a little bit of grass so we know that they're running on the grass. Voila. That's,
Well, our patrons love your comic. Beautiful work. Thanks for sharing. Michael says Poppy likes your comic. And we have Katie, that is a good question. You can share your comic to either Nathan's Facebook page or the library, whichever you want, or both. And so yeah, we'd love to feature it.
awesome. So I might finish up these other panels before I take a picture of it. But let's go ahead and fold this bad boy up. Everybody remember how to fold? Just make sure you got lines all the way around all your panels. All right, and then we open it back up. Fold a hamburger. A little snip. Let's do that magic again. I love this magic trick. It's my favorite magic trick. Hold it down. Bloop. There we go. All right. Got my front cover and back. I didn't put anything on the back cover. What? You know what needs to go on a back cover? Let me staple it real fast. Bring it up. Perfecto. All right. Let's do an ad on the back cover. I am going to do some shameless self-promotion. Let's do a little Ella sketch on the back cover. Draw Ella for everybody. Start with her bow hair, and then I do her lines down, her lashes. She's got big, beautiful full lashes. Her beak. We'll connect the beak. I'll have her mouth open. Give her some eyes. She's looking at the camera. She's mugging the camera. She always mugs the camera. And Give her her wing, her neck. All right, there we got Ella. She looks a little droopy there, but that's all right. And we were just say, read Ella every Friday. And I didn't space out my my text very well there, but that's all right. Yeah, shameless little ad on the back. That never hurt anybody, right? That is it. Look, I was able to make a comic in 1 hour, less than 1 hour. I mean, I didn't get it all the way done. Still have a couple sketches there that I gotta ink and color, but you know, not too bad, right? We had 50 people in this thing. 50 people out there.
It was a very popular, I mean, it's a fabulous webinar. We're so happy that you were willing to do this for us, Nathan. It was fabulous. Just honestly, what a great way to kick off CosmicCon.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. Thank you. I've had a blast. I don't
I'm
want to.
so glad. And so it's been a blast. And we've got, oh wow. We've got a lot of people thanking you. You're welcome, Jess. Thanking the Leon County Library. That's awesome. Yes, thank you. Jane says, thank you for sharing your time and talent with us. I agree, Jane, that we really appreciate it. Before everyone heads out, I want to just share a few announcements about our upcoming programs this week. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we've got an Animal Crossing Island Hop meetup. So if you're looking for new adventures in Animal Crossing New Horizons, you can visit our staff island to take part in scavenger hunts, games, and freebies. So you can log into Zoom at the time of the event to receive the dodo codes. And then Wednesday night, we've got a really exciting event on Wednesday. It's a steampunk murder mystery night on Zoom. So a curious murder, missing invention. The year is 1896, steam power rules the world. Sir Ulysses Aloysius Xenophon, a famous inventor, has brought together the upper echelons of society to unveil his latest and greatest invention. But when the moment comes to unveil that, he collapses in front of everyone dead. Who killed him and why? So you'll be using your detective skills in this interactive steampunk mystery to discover the clues and discover who murdered him before it is too late. You and your junior detectives will work together to solve the murder by interviewing all of the suspects. So individuals and small groups are welcome, and recommended age is 12 plus. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday. We'll be having a 6:30 event and a 7:30 event. So you can feel free to sign up for that. Emma, if you want to pop that PDF link. Oh, yep, Sally did. Thanks so much, Sally. So that is Wednesday evening. And then Thursday, we've got superhero bingo. You can play bingo, win prizes, and the list will be superheroes and villain themed. And then we've got, yes, Poppy. So the mystery will be via Zoom, actually. So yeah, thanks, Sally. On Friday, we've got a fandom trivia night. Test your fandom knowledge. Join us for fun trivia about your favorite fandoms with music, pictures, general knowledge, and more. It's great for teens and adults. There will be prizes sponsored by the Friends of the Library. And then afterwards, any prizes like for the fandom trivia and bingo can be picked up at our library. But those are some great games that you can win some prizes. So that's fun. And then, of course, Saturday, we will have a full day of events on Saturday. We're having a cosplay competition, y'all. I am pumped. So showcase your favorite cosplay in our virtual cosplay competition. That'll be Saturday at 10 a.m. It's like fashion show style in our Zoom webinars. If you'll join, contestants will showcase their cosplay, answer a few questions, and we encourage you to be creative with your time. If you want to watch but don't want to dress up, you are still more than welcome to come. So we do have our Intro to Dungeons and Dragons, which unfortunately is full. We had 2 time slots, and if you guys haven't signed up, I'm afraid it's too late. Both of our time slots are full, but we've got a few other events. We've got family time, so songs, rhymes, and books that are superhero themed. That'll be at 11:30. 1 o'clock, yours truly will be hosting virtual Annie Get Your Glue Gun. So we will be sharing a tutorial on 2 DIY crafting projects. If y'all picked up your adventure bags, your CosmicCon swag bags, you may have noticed a couple comic book pages, like free comic book pages in there. We will be using those pages to make comic book beaded bracelets and a comic book page wallet. So if y'all want to learn how to make either of those things, please feel free to join us on Annie Gets Your Glue Gun. That's Saturday at 1 p.m. And then if you missed the Animal Crossing Island Hop on Tuesday, you can join us again Saturday at 3 o'clock. So full week of events this entire week. Everything going on, something every day for everyone. So we hope to see you guys again. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Nathan, again.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody that showed up and participated. And I can't wait to see your comics, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye, everybody.